Hello beautiful people, I hope you're all having a fabulous day. Today's video we're going to be doing a comparison of the brand new Tarte Face Tape Foundation versus their original release of the Shape Tape Foundation in the matte one. So very excited to compare these two. This one here, when it came out at the start of last year, wasn't received well. The color range was absolute shite. They launched with 15 shades. They've now upped it to 25 shades. On their website it does say it's a bestseller, but no one I saw actually liked this foundation. I didn't like this foundation. I much preferred the hydrating formula. So we're going to be comparing the two because this one here is supposed to be a matte and this one here was a matte. So we're going to see if they have improved the formula at all. So let's get right into it. We're going to take a look at the new one to start with. So this one here is $54. They are both $54. It comes in 50 shades, which is a big improvement from their original one. It comes in a plastic container this time. It is your standard 30 mils or 1 fluid ounce, made in Korea, 6-month shelf life, and this one has a pump, which is awesome. That's the shade range there on my phone. So quite a significant shade range. On their website, this one says it is a brand new formula inspired by their iconic Shape Tape concealer. It's hypoallergenic, long-wearing, full coverage foundation, mattifies, hydrates, and brightens your appearance. We've bottled up your skin smoothing filters, selfie settings, and Instagram feedback to create the foundation of your dreams. Plus, this baby comes in 50 shades with 5 different undertones. It is transfer proof, waterproof, and sweat proof. Contains snow mushroom extract, apple fruit extract, and hyaluronic acid. Nice. And this one here is also vegan, I do believe. Let me double check. Yes, this one here is also vegan, which is really good for you vegans out there. Now, we'll go on to the facts about the original Shape Tape Foundation. So they have changed the name slightly. This one here is Face Tape, this one here is Shape Tape. Again, this one here is $54. This one here only comes in 25 shades. So quite a big difference in the shade range. This one here comes in a glass jar. It has got the doe foot applicator. This one here is also 30 mils or 1 fluid ounce. This one here is made in Canada as opposed to Korea. And it has the 6-month shelf life. I've got the color Light Sand in this. It did not look, the Light Sand in this one did not look the same at all. So I would say if you are a certain shade in one of their foundations, I wouldn't necessarily think it correlates to all their other foundations. This one says, kiss the pretty filter goodbye thanks to this vegan and oil-free foundation that feels weightless on skin while providing a full coverage airbrush matte finish inspired by our iconic Shape Tape concealer. It says it won't flake or cake, that's a lie. It says it helps to refine pores, that's a lie. It also says it has vitamin E to help nourish. So this one here is vegan as well, so both vegan. So let's get to putting it on. I am going to use the original one on this half of my face and the new one on this side of my face. I'm just going to first pop some primer on to make my skin nice and hydrated. So I have got my Australis Midas Touch Serum Primer. Now I ordered both of these off the Tarte website directly. You can also get them in Sephora Australia. I believe they have got both. So we're going to take the original first and remember why we hated it. So this is it here with its doe foot. Now, remembering this was here was the shade Light Sand. This one does dry down a bit deeper, which is why it currently looks a bit scary. I'm just going to put some delightful stripes on my face and we're going to blend that in. I am going to use my Velvet Complexion sponge. That is my preferred sponge at the moment. Actually, this might not be as bad as what I remember it being because at the time that I did use this, my skin was absolutely terrible and my skin has gotten a lot better since then. I don't usually like or prefer matte foundations. I do prefer a more hydrating one. Both of these claim to have full coverage. This one here, I don't remember liking the coverage of it. I didn't feel it was full coverage at all. And looking at it again now, I still feel like it's not full coverage. Okay, so already I find it bunching a little bit weirdly here. but it's not looking as bad as what I remember it looking at this point in time. So it might have just been my skin at the time that I tried it out. We will be doing a second layer of it, but you can see there's like little clumps of it that are just grabbing. I do remember this one being very, very matte. So I'm going to leave it with the one layer to start with. So I'm going to take the new one now, and I'm going to do one pump on the back of my hand and we'll see how that goes. So I've got a clean sponge now for this side. Ooh. I hope this one darkens as well, because otherwise we're in trouble. That's one full pump there on this side, which I've probably done too much. I feel like I've done too much. Hang on, let me just wipe some off the sponge here. Okay, so this one here smells like the Shape Tape. This one here doesn't really have a smell. I feel like the coverage is a lot fuller on this side than the original formula. And you can see on my nose when we zoom in, oh my god, I've got a white face now. It's probably like the perfect match for my skin, but it's making me look a little bit ghostly. Oh my god, that is full coverage, isn't it? Holy moly! That's it there on this side. I feel like I did use too much. I feel like I look a bit like a ghost now. You can see very clearly on my nose there's a line of where this one went and where the other one went. This side here is clearly way more full coverage. I'm just going to try and blend that line a little bit. This side is definitely more full coverage. And I feel like the finish so far isn't as matte as this side. This one here is dried down like completely. And it's a lot matter than what this one here is. We'll see if this side dries down. Let's do a second layer on the first side. Again, the finish is very matte. It immediately dries down to quite matte. This side here still has a little bit of a sheen to it, whereas this one here has got no sheen to it whatsoever. So I do actually prefer the finish of this one as opposed to this one. It's already cracking. This is where I didn't like it. It's already cracking around my mouth. So right here it's starting to get crack lines. And it did this last time as well. Right here. And then in my smile line really bad. Just going to do half a pump, so just a little bit there. And okay, this one here does dry down to a deeper shade as well, so didn't need to worry about that not being my right shade. I don't really feel like I need another layer of this one, but because we did two on the other side, I'm going to do it anyway. It feels a bit thicker, to be honest, than this one. But the finish is nicer. Still looking like a terrifying ghost. So this is this side here. It hasn't started doing the cracking thing like this side. You can very obviously see it's cracking. This side here it is not. The finish has a lot more of a dewiness to it, even though it is a matte or a demi-matte foundation. It is very full coverage. I'm not used to wearing this full coverage foundation. I like more of a medium coverage, so this feels like a little bit too heavy for me and my personal preference. Yeah, oh my god, somehow I've got nail marks on this side of my face. How did I do that? Okay, this one here, if you try and fix it, it starts to lift the foundation. Yeah, so that's it on there. I'm now going to pop on my concealer and powder and everything, and we'll see how that sits on top of it. Okay, I don't know if you saw that from my blending in the sped up version of what I was just doing, but this side here, it's very difficult to blend the cream contour on top of that. It has now lifted all the foundation there and has made my nose super patchy. Let's zoom in and you can see it. I'm sure you can see it. It is like all patchy right here, and it is missing big chunks along here. It was very difficult to blend this side. It blended fine. It's blended like normal. So this side here is currently winning in life. This side still not liking this foundation at all. Now I am going to go ahead and set my foundation, especially this side, because every time I touch it, I'm getting little marks. Right, that is all set into place. I'm just going to go off camera, pop my brows on, and I'll be back. Now I am going to play with Finally, even though this is no longer available. It was a limited edition thing and I never used it because that's just what I do. I got the Pineapple of My Eye set. So it came with this big pineapple, this gorgeous glamorous pineapple, and it has inside it 2 blushes, a highlight and a bronzer, and then an eyeshadow palette here. I'm going to try out the face stuff over here first. So I am going to use the bronzer with a large bronzing brush because Lord knows I need me some bronzer. This one here is in the shade, I'm sure they have similar ones to this one, Beachfront. Why is someone mowing again? This happened yesterday. Oh, yes, bronzer. I don't even care. I'm getting a bronzer helmet right now. It smells, this whole palette smells like chocolate. It smells gorgeous. That is a million times better. Oh my god, that was like revolting just before. Now we're going to take the blush. I think I want to use this mauvey one. Definitely make sure you tap it off. Oh, that's a really pretty brush. Love that. The powders are blending fine on both sides of the face. I'm not having any difficulties there. That's so pretty! Alright, now we're going to take the highlight. I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about the highlight. It looks like it's got quite chunky glitter in it. So that's the one up the top there, and that is the shade Blossom. Can see the flecks of glitter though. Nice glow though. That doesn't look too bad actually. We are going to go in with, I'm just going to go in with a transition shade first. I think I'm going to use this one here up the top, which is called Totally Beachin'. Yes. Now I'm going to take, really want to use this one here on the opposite side, which is called Samba. That looks quite pretty. It's more of a watermelon sort of shade. Into the crease. So it's quite a fun palette for them. A lot of their palettes look quite similar. I don't feel like cutting no creases today. I really want to use this greeny shade down here, this turquoisey green, which is called, oh, what is it? Coastal. You've got to be shitting me. I forgot to press record. Spat! Okay, we took this one here, which is Coastal, and we did it in the inner corner and outer section to create the halo effect. I used it on a dry brush. I didn't use it on a wet brush. There wasn't a wet base, and that's how we're looking. Don't know how I didn't press record. whatever. Now we're going back in with the watermelon looking shade, which is Samba. I'm just buffing over the top to make sure we're blended. I'm going to wipe clean this brush. I might take this one over here, which was just below Telebeachin. This is Mimosa. We're going to start popping that one into the middle section here. Again, these are actually applying really nicely with a dry brush. We're going to go back in with Coastal, the turquoisey looking one. Some really pretty shades in this palette. I really want to play with some more of them. And we're just going to buff that on the edges to make sure we're blended. I'm quite impressed with this palette. We're going to do the bottom now, so I'm going to again take watermelon shade and we're going to use a smaller brush this time, and I'm going to pack that under the eye. Okay, and now we're going to take another smaller brush and we're going to go back in with Coastal, the turquoisey colour. Quite like that eye look. Now also in that kit it came with 3 minis, so it came with a Sex Kitten liner. My lid was off on this, but it's made a comeback. So we're just going to line the lash line before we put eyelashes on. I don't want to do a wing today. The felt tip feels quite nice on this one. It's nice and long and flexible. I think this is like the cutest little eyeliner anyway. Look at the little cat face on it. How adorable! Delightful, delightful. Okay, now, and I also got a little Lights Camera Lashes mascara in there. Some people rave about this, some people say it's crap. Let's find out. Let's see how this goes on my sad little lashes. Oh. Why have I... What? Okay, okay. Alright, we all know I have very sad little lashes, but this looks like a winner in my opinion. I really like the brush on this one, that's what I was about to say. A new mascara I like. And the last thing that came in the little pack with the fine pineapple palette was this little Rescue Lip Quench in the shade Pink. Now they do have large sizes of the Rescue Lip Quench. Don't believe they have this color though. Okay. Oh, it smells like peppermint. I should put it on. So it's just a nice little balm. Oh, that's a nice balm. Let's zoom in, let's look at how the skin's going. It is now nearly 1 o'clock. It's like 12:47. This is, I can't even speak about how foul this whole cracking situation is here. This is exactly why I didn't like it in the first place. It's gone all patchy on my nose. Just really settled into that smile line. It's not making me look overly textured. I feel like that was because I did have acne at the time when I first used it. And this side here of the new one has got a little bit of cracking happening here, but it is nowhere near as bad as this side. Overall, I prefer this side. We're going to spray our face with setting spray right now. So I have got my current favourite, which is my Mist Me Setting Spray by DB Cosmetics, and it is in the shade White Gold, so it's got a little shimmer to it. I actually like this because it gives your skin like a little dewy finish without looking glittery or anything. Alright, so I'm just going to pop some lashes on. I'll see you guys. I'll do a check-in a little bit later on, and we'll see how it's wearing, and then I'll do another check-in tonight. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, I'm back. It's now 5:40, so we've had this on for nearly 5 hours, I do believe. If someone's just started revving their car outside, the kids are fighting, so it's fun times. Ignore the sound in the background. We're gonna zoom in and we're gonna see how this foundation is wearing. This is the side of the original Shape Tape foundation. Okay, and it is looking really bad in my opinion, especially up close. My nose is completely cracking. I swear it looks like I've got more texture than what I started with. I don't feel like it's looking good at all. Ah, the joys of children. Now this is the side that is the Face Tape foundation, and it looks a bit better. It has got a bit of cracking here. It has got a bit of separation on the nose, but it's not looking anywhere near as bad as this side. I feel like if I hadn't done the 2 layers, I'd prefer this side, but it's holding up pretty good. So that's it for now, and I'll check back in again tonight once the kids are in bed and they stop screaming at each other. Hey guys, final check-in. It is now nearly 9:30, so it's like 9.5 hour wear. I will zoom you in. Let's have a closer look at this face. This is the side here with the original formula, the first one they brought out, which is the Shape Tape matte foundation. Yeah, pretty much confirmed today. I really do not like this foundation at all. It cracked quite early on. Here you can still see it. I just feel like it makes me look really old and haggard, to be honest. It has gone super patchy on my snoz. It just doesn't look nice at all. Don't like it one bit. Now onto this side with the Face Tape. It's not as bad as the other side. I do have some cracking around my nose and here near my smile lines. Not as bad as the other side, nowhere near as bad. I may actually have to play with this one a little bit more. I feel like it could be good, it's just I double layered it. Overall, I do prefer this side. Still, I feel like I've gotten a million pimples popping up though during the day. I definitely feel like this one is way worse than this one. I don't mind this one. I'm not going to sit here and say it is the most wonderful thing in the world and made my face look amazing, because I don't feel like it has. It still has that cracking and caking, but I will have a more replay with it and let you guys know in the description if I get it to work for me any better than what I currently am. But out of the two, if you're going to pick one, I would definitely say this one is way better than this one. That is it, guys. I hope this has been helpful. Please let me know if you have tried either one of them and which one you prefer. Hopefully I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.